Go ahead, Ron.
I just think you're going to have to put a black wrought iron fence or something around anyhow. You're going to have kids in and out there all the time destroying them.
Of course.
We plan on having a fence.
And you might end up with just a pile of brick too. But yeah, we're not guaranteeing this thing's going to stay together.
Not even make it.
Plus, if
It's
it
pretty
survives,
bad
it's
shape to
gonna
look
have
at,
that
but I think,
lighting.
I'm pretty sure we can do it.
Because I don't think there's sufficient lighting there.
Now, I'd like to make a
For
comment.
reasons either.
I spoke with Mr. Brooks, I think 2 days ago, 3 days
All right,
ago.
hold everybody. Elizabeth has the floor.
And he said that there's no other area of the park that he's not willing to spend any more money, that it's being put in this location, or he's not going to go any further. because
I asked him
every
about
foot-
that today. He said he's never made a statement like that. He would never back down on this. You know, he's going to keep his word, he'll move it. The only thing he's concerned about is he's moving it once.
The what?
He's only going to move it once.
Right.
And whenever it sits down is where it's staying.
Okay, well, that's not what he told me, but beyond that,
I'm with him every single day. I even called him and asked him today if he said that. He said, no way. So maybe somebody misunderstood.
all right, beyond that, we have worked for 2 years, and to move the jail to any other location except where it is visible to anyone going into or out of the municipal building is simply a waste of time and money. It's just as well left where it is to deteriorate and fall down.
Well,
And
can't
that's all.
deteriorate because he spent all the money to build a building over it.
What?
He can't deteriorate. He built a building over the whole
You can't
jail.
what?
It won't deteriorate. He built a
You
building.
can't. It's bone
Well, if the
dry.
building stays, it'll stay on top of it until it does deteriorate. In any event, the Historical Society, I believe, unanimously agrees that if this does not get moved to the location that we chose, and it was a unanimous vote that we're not participating in it, period. So it's up to our board what they want to do.
Kathy, is
Bill,
that your understanding?
I wasn't at the meeting in February, so I can't.
That sounds like a
I
threat,
wasn't
which
able
seems
to.
ridiculous. That's why one of the other suggestions I had was off the back of the parking lot. So if you're looking, so here's where they wanted to go in this area. I suggested somewhere over here. It's still visible from people pulling in to go to Generations. It's still visible. In fact, I feel like it's more visible than tucked back here behind the playground. It's more visible, it's more accessible, and you have a nice, pretty, I mean, it's so pretty there with the stream and the trees and everything. You get the same, and then you're not crowding it in and risking more damage to it by, I mean, you're basically putting a sign on it that says "Play on Me" if you're going to put it right next to the playground and right next to the way. I mean, you
it's
have a
over,
lot.
this drawing shows it's over 100 feet from the playground.
No, it's not.
It's 107 feet from the playground
I agree
itself.
with you, but we had talked about the miners pavilion, how it probably wasn't. No, at our last meeting, remember you were saying like, probably not a good idea for it to go right next to the pavilion? I think that's a similar idea.
Next to what?
The miners pavilion, the miners memorial, not the jail.
Who said that?
He couldn't go over there anyway because of
Right, but for the same reasons, like it's already so crowded over
Who
there.
owns the jail?
It's not crowded, Cindy. You
Township
have 200, from the parking lot to the first pavilion, there's 248 feet.
And it's all grass. There's
It's all
nothing
grass and
there.
it's level.
I'm not.
The whole purpose of us moving the jail, and I mean, we worked on this hard, okay? The whole purpose is when people go into the Generations parking lot, that they see it and appreciate it. That's the whole purpose. The other side of the, nobody uses it. Rarely do I see that parking lot.
Okay, so
Cars.
what about here? As soon as you pull in, that would be the first thing
What
you
is the
see.
what is the problem here, though? Tell me
It's
what's your
I
problem?
know you're saying it's 280 feet. And I understand if the majority of the board decides that that's where it should go, then I'm not going to put up a fight. But it's so crowded in there.
It is not crowded in there. Can't you? I mean, you have it right in front of you. I gave you a
I
copy.
walked it today.
I did too. I walked it many times. Okay, off of the creek, it's 50 feet. 60 from the corner of the building where it would be 61 feet to the center of the walkway, and then from the center of the walkway to the slides or the playground is another 46 feet. So I have no idea what you're talking about.
The idea or the thoughts behind it as well is that this would be, it is not a structure that you go through. It is definitely something that you go around, and it will be locked, and it will have a fence around it. We have to protect it and keep children from climbing on it. It has the walls that come up. So that may not be as attractive right there in the very center. We may have to put vegetation or landscaping. The thought was maybe to put it up against Route 50 or the hillside
Well,
there.
that's all in our plan, the fence, a decorative fence around it with shrubbery and all that to jazz it up some, and it's gonna all be restored.
So that
It's
was the
not
thought, to tuck it away either there, or the other thought was even to put it by our police department in the back corner. That would allow a safe place for it to be right in the
I don't
corner.
like that slant. I don't like
You
the other two, but I don't like.
No, see, to me,
By the
nobody's
police.
gonna, we want people to see it and appreciate the history of Cecil Township.
Do you understand what I'm saying though, when I'm saying where one of the other places that was suggested was in this area, you would see it more pulling into the township over here. In this area, you may not need as much of vegetation or whatever around the fence if you're putting it here because it's already surrounded by trees and the creek and the stream versus over here.
We did that.
My suggestion would be a meeting between the Historical Society and the Supervisors.
We,
That's okay.
To,
yes, I mean, the Historic Society went over this time and time again, and this is what we come up with, and this is what we really like, and I'm asking for all your support.
I think Mrs. Picker had a great suggestion. Let's have a meeting. You may have been doing it for 2 years, but this is.
Well, we're here now, and you have the drawings. I mean, we knew about this for the last 2 years or 2.5 years. We didn't just have the exact location. We walked it off. I think all you supervisors knew about it, where it was going to be.
He said they're.
Let's just do it.
First, you've got to make a decision now, so that the ground can be, the concrete can be poured in there.
Mr. Flair, do you think that if we have a meeting within the next couple of weeks between ourselves and the Historical Society, that would be enough notification to Mr. Fuchs?
We're scheduled for June 1st. They're coming from Philadelphia.
So it's March.
Yeah. But my thing is, my personal thought is if the township owns the jail and we have someone, a citizen willing to pay to have it moved, I mean, I like the location here. That would be my second choice is up there rather than over the thing. But I mean, to sit and argue where, you know, my thing is the importance of the historical factor should be to get it moved. You know, have a meeting, the supervisors and the board of the Historical Society. You don't need the whole society, just the board. And
Nobody's
they can work something
arguing.
out.
We all want it moved. We all
Yeah.
voted to have it moved. We all think it's a great idea. I'm excited to see it and bring my kids to it and that kind of stuff. But I think it needs to go in the right place. Mr. Fuchs?
I would like you to vote on it this evening if you will.
Mr. Chairman.
Frankie, I haven't heard from you or Elizabeth. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't hear from you, Elizabeth.
Yes, you heard from me.
Frank, you've seen all these sites.
I would go along with where the Historical Society wants it. My second location would be to the left of the dumpsters, what I looked at today.
All right, how about if we just get a motion to approve the location where the Historical Society would recommend it? We'll see what that does. Is there a motion to that?
I'll make that motion.
A second.
It's been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
To table it until after a meeting.
Ken?
We already voted,
It
didn't
would be an amended motion.
Let me just, a motion to table doesn't require a second and takes precedence. So we need to now vote on the motion to table. It's been, if a
Your motion to table is until we hold a meeting with the
Correct.
Historical Society.
I
Yes.
really like our idea of meeting
Me
together
too.
with the Historical Society and the Board of Supervisors. So that is the reason for tabling. Just so we can come to an agreement and not be,
We're not going to come to an agreement. About 5 minutes before the meeting started, Cindy told me to go fuck myself. Those were her exact words.
Whoa. So, all right, the motion to table is on the floor. Those in favor to table signify by saying aye.
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 No.
No.
No?
The motion to table fails. The original motion up is to approve the location as recommended by the planning or the Historical Society. So those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carol, let the record show that the records, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 aye votes and 2 nay votes, motion carries.
Just for the record, what I said had absolutely nothing to do with the old jail.
For